Ready. Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild. Darn it. I'm gonna say less. Do less. Do less. You're doing more. Do more than that. That's not enough. Welcome to Scale. Welcome to the live stream takeover. This is episode 181. Yes. Yep, that is correct. You're gonna get a paddling if you don't stop making no sense. That's what I'm saying. Hello, all. Ooh la la! Right on your telephone, you can do that, eh? I was thinking about getting some of those shelves. Oh my God. Mike need to work to win. Josh's sound is bad. Are you sure it's Josh's sound is bad or just Josh is bad? He's not good at this. It's okay. I was the one holding it up tonight because I was toasting a friend a fond farewell. He's off to Ireland tomorrow, so cheers. Oh, hey, there you go. All right.
Buttery sounds so much better. Of KQRS. No.
The dulcet tones of the velvet fog. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Welcome to the show. Check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how often Josh's sound is bad. Let us know in the chat.
I need to fix my world. I did get a nice sound thing for the office studio, and I feel like I should get that here too. I really like that setup. Here I run an audio interface through my
The sound
Zoom.
at the studio sucks.
Well,
so
that's everything else.
Don't say that that's good.
I just like the system. But
okay. R.I.P. Mel Torme. Exactly. Thank you, Grux, for getting that. Hey, listen, before I forget, now that you've got all those fancy lights on there, I feel like you should light up the matte signal all the time.
Oh, you're right. You know what? I could, because it's addressable now. And
you just make one LED
can make
white.
You're right, because it's one of the few things that has remained on this shelf, which is the combination of the three shelves. The matte signal.
Well, shucks.
The matte signal is that Richard's dumpster, one of my prized possessions as well. And then there's the outboard motor that somebody sent me that I was super awesome. Yeah. The little fixture table and the Scale Garage Systems rack that I haven't used yet but will. Those are basically what has retained. Those are like
nice rack.
Now the dumpster is full of sentimental tokens as well. But
mine's full of shock hoops. Or just shock adjusters.
Same.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Check in where you're watching from and where you keep your sentimental bits.
Where are your shock adjusting loop things? What are those called? Collars. Shock collars. No, I was going to say I was going to get some of those shelves, but I think I can only fit like one back here.
I know what you mean. You do have a more difficult area. I feel like you can still change a feel pretty easily if you want to, but I'm not saying you have to.
Oh, I can change it. I can give you a feeling.
Yeah.
I'll give you a feeling or two. Troy Givler, thank you very much. Loved your drift video, was inspired, and went out and bought one. Excellent. That's exactly what I like to hear.
I reluctantly watched the video.
What? What are you talking? What's wrong with you? Drifting is Hey,
I can
take it from somebody who gave the drift community a lot of shit.
I can appreciate it. I can allow people to appreciate it without having to participate. No.
You know why you're not good at it? I mean, you know why you haven't tried it, is what I meant to say.
I've tried it.
Throttle control. Not a strong point for the old Joshy.
False.
True.
The thing is that I am aware of the entire travel of the throttle, where you're just like baby stepping into like, oh, this goes all the way back. I see. Interesting.
I have never once hit the actual end of throttle, except in the running video for the RTR Fordyce.
Aha, yes. The 35 turn was not up to your
I was like
leggy paces.
This is not going very fast. This is going to prove to be a challenge.
The nice thing about the drift video is that with K-pop helping you, and this was the similar thing on like the Raptor video, is that I mentioned this to you in personal messages, is the outside camera perspective helps a lot.
Yeah, when it's not just me filming,
and that's
me.
You know, it's a struggle for a ton of us in here who likely make videos. Like, you're roping somebody else in to help with your YouTube videos. For me, it's a problem because if someone else is holding a camera and pointing at me, I'm super embarrassed. I don't like to speak. I don't like to speak to a camera when people are around me in general.
Oof.
It's just
there were times on trail when I was doing the run where I was like, now's not the time to speak.
Nope.
Because there are other people around.
I don't care if we're at Pro Line by the Fire with 1,000 of our closest nerd friends. If I do not want to talk to a camera while people are around, I'm like, I feel like a weirdo. Like, this is weird. I don't like
exactly.
This. It is. I don't like it.
It's awkward at best.
Absolutely. Like the people, like we're at Axial Fest, someone's just like vlogging. It's like, we're here at Axial Fest, guy. All the I'm like, I'm embarrassed.
Guys?
I'm embarrassed over here for you. I am third-hand embarrassed, and I do that all the time. I get third-hand embarrassed so easily.
Yep.
Like,
that's why you can only take me in short increments, because I love embarrassing you.
See, the weird thing is I do like embarrassing, like, coworkers and things like that. Just like,
hence the Vanquish YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, you know, things like I like that part of it, but only like
I can't wait. Are you gonna have Steve on the show?
You know what? It'd have to be more of like a YouTube short, because that's about the attention span he has. He's like,
or okay. Dan. Let's get Dan on the show.
Dan. The problem is Dan will have to come back to work, because Dan leaves like 3 hours before that show starts.
Right, because he's already put in a full 8 hours.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dan comes in at 4:30 to start shipping.
Right.
So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I get those emails so early.
He's on lunch by the time I get to work.
Right, which is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I get there at 9-ish.
9 adjacent. Yeah. 9:30 for 10. Gunner, my meat is really hotness, and thank you very much, sir. Hello. Hello all from the work truck as I drive home. Tonight's code, #sentimental tokens.
Gunner, best of luck to you and your freaking long days. Sentimental. I was talking about my sentimental bits kept in my dumpster.
Ah, yes, right. Yes, I remember now. Thank you, Dana.
SatisfiedJerky.com. Go there. #sentimental tokens for 10% off your jerky. And pick up the sweet and hot. It's the best one.
Sweet and hot, or I also like the mango habanero. It's quite good. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a mango habanero stick.
Oh yeah, that would be good as well.
Yep,
that would be good.
That would be everything.
Yeah. Tom Bay as well. Thank you. Josh builds a drift. Matt builds a MOA? ?
Negative.
As get out of your comfort zone challenge.
I mean, I don't not care for it. I'd build a robot just to see you build a drift car.
Sounds terrible.
Oh boy, that's great.
Yeah.
How's your week been so far?
Tender?
Oh, you're still feeling a little.
Today is my first day that I've felt like walking normal, feeling fairly only momentary reminders.
Did you have a lot of swelling?
I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes, but
Was it tender when she touched you?
I love that song. Either way, yeah. I was,
Okay.
uncomfortable, but getting back there. So,
You know what? The uncomfortable part lasted a long time for me.
yeah.
And that's just, I've just got my own things going on. So, seemed to go on for a lot longer than I wanted it to. But it was like,
so yeah,
I hope it's not going to be like this forever.
Yeah. I feel like by tomorrow I'm going to be like, okay, there we go. I think we'll be okay.
Let's go horseback riding.
Yeah. They're like, hey, when do you think you'll be back in go-karting shape? I'm like, next week.
Do you guys go go-karting a lot?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a gift certificate at K1 Speedway. Is that what it is? K1?
Yep.
Yeah. We have those out here now. We had one, now we have two. And it's been like 2 years since Rebecca got that for me, and I think I'm trying to get out there because I really want to go.
Mm-hmm. K1s are great as well. So
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
indoors, electric.
Yeah.
Nice.
The other one is up here at one of the casinos, and they built a 3-story.
Oh wow! Ooh la la!
Yeah, pretty fancy.
That is pretty fancy.
Good times though. So it, but yeah, I was unable to make last weekend's. It's like no, not gonna work. So.
DK just said Josh is going to get back on the horse and discover the doctor put a squeaker in there. Like, squeak, 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 squeak.
Wait a minute. But that getting back to work, I went back to work on Tuesday. So a lot of catch up, just especially after a new release and trying to get everything settled. What day did we release this last week? We talked about the Ford Ice on Wednesday or no?
Yeah, so that was Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday it came out.
Okay, yes. So couldn't remember. But yeah.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you.
TRD Adventures, thank you. Thank you, Tim. Howdy, y'all. Feeling good getting back to the new builds. Then I just threw the whole damn wallet at SCX6 this last week. I think came out good. That's a time.
Mine is stuck.
Mine is too. I just haven't felt the need for it, but for like more.
Well, not entirely true. I have the Proline fancy method wheels, and they're super swampers. Yeah,
I have a Beast 2000 steering servo. But other than that,
I did upgrade the servo.
Other
too.
than that,
that's true.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, just getting back to things. Builds, as Tim brought up, that'll be one of my big topics for this week. So
I've been building like a madman.
I have.
It's like work has slowed a little bit,
oh, really?
So I've had time, which is really nice.
That
I've been building.
That is nice. So we have
one from
the bench tomorrow then.
Live.
Oh, it's live. Yeah, postponed 1 week, so live tomorrow. Nice.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I see the boat behind you there, which you had some.
I have a name for it. Because you got to name your boats.
Tuggy. What?
Not bad. Pretty good. Rebecca suggested also Shippy. Which I really liked. I thought that was pretty good. It's either going to be, also Shippy, or Jetty McJetface.
Nope, also Shippy.
No,
also
Shippy.
Also Shippy is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'll write it down just in case I forget.
Oh my goodness, that's perfect.
And I'll do it in like a nice scripty font on the back too. It's so great because this name really does apply to everything. Because I was thinking about also doing a drift car Beetle in the same style as that's Dippy, but in the same style as Shippy, and I can name that one Slippy.
The SS Shippy, Slippy. Yeah, Slippy's a good one.
For drifting?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Bajic, thanks very much. Trippy, that's good. Lippy, there's a lot. Skippy, there's a lot of options.
Skippy is a good one for a boat as well. Skiffy,
Yeah,
Skiffy. Either way.
Skiffy.
Jeremiah Salver, thank you, Jeremiah.
Also, Shippy is
also Shippy's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I downloaded the one-handed steering adapter you made for the VS410 controller. Also, my oldest turned 6 September 15th, and he wants 100 Hot Wheels. I mean, he's 6, so list like
that's $100.
Make him tone that down. 100's a lot, but also
Pippy for the tiny one.
Awesome.
Pippy. So good. It's great. Rob Sadler, thank you for that one. That's a good one.
Lemonheads, nachos, Matt's old boat.
Somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody on Instagram was like, I have 5 broats. And I didn't know what that reference was, so I just gave him a thumbs up. And then he responded by sending me the actual
like a GIF
reference, and it's like a hang on, I gotta find it now. I have 5 broats, and it's what's his face, John C. Reilly with the crazy hair.
Oh yeah, from like the Between Two Ferns look.
Yeah,
he's got the glass of wine.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's from either, but I know that I've seen memes from it and clips from it a million times.
Yeah.
I
can't find it now. Darn it.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy. Billy Madison, yes.
It's Matt's, Mats. He sent it to me, and it's friggin' priceless. I died. So, just Google or YouTube. I have 5 broats.
I have 5 broats.
Broats. It's so good.
Yeah.
RC Underdog, thank you very much. Got my RC 4-wheel drive K10 out on the trail, feeling a little more wheel speed. What is the most motor they can take, or did I make a mistake and throw it away? Well, I mean, the TF2's been around almost as long as I have.
You may not want to wheel speed it up all that much, because you're
look, it's at its core, it's a decent platform for sure. I've put 2-in-1s in there without any trouble, so maybe go for one of those.
Yeah, just don't go for too much speed. You will powderize the gears. That's a word now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dippy, drippy, also a good choice for a boat.
You know what? One of my first ever builds, I had named Old Drippy, but because it's a reference from one of like a terrible Adult Swim show that I'm sure people here know, but it was called Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Of course, I love that show.
Old Drippy was like like a combination of shit that was like grew into something that was
that show was hilarious.
You know what? Going back and watching it, like, college me was just in a different mindset. But there's still things that I quote from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That
it was a good show, man.
There's things that like people people say to do something like do what character. Now? Do what now? From the episode where they like, took Meatwad's brain out and it was just like floating in the like do what now?
Yeah. I did not like Meatwad. I could not stand his voice.
You were more of a Frylock?
Yeah, obviously. Frylock was the best.
He was the oldest and wiser one. Like,
yeah.
He was lame.
Shake, also kind of annoying.
I could have seen that.
But I loved their next door neighbor.
Carl. Whatever.
Carl. Carl was awesome. Carl was like, man, I hope someday I'm like Carl. living in filth, driving. He had a Camaro or something, or a
Commence the
Trans Am.
jiggling. It was a little. What a garbage show.
It was so awesome. It's such a great comedy.
When I met Nicole,
also
and she
Shippy.
had her 1-bedroom apartment with a mattress on the floor and a blow up couch in the living room. No, she had a futon at the time.
Oh,
But
living.
there was nothing.
I mean, that's
she
Michael
had like,
Scott living.
She had like a bottle of wine and frozen Eggo waffles in her freezer, and that was it. But then I remember there being like a box set of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. like she.
Oh man, you chose so wisely.
Oh, I know.
Amazing. Shippy when wet, also a great name. Matthews RC Crawler of Connecticut. Thank you. That's Shippy. That's so good. I gotta write that one down too.
Shippy when wet.
I've already made the bumper stickers, so that won't be on this set, but that could be on another one. That's a good one.
George, thank you, GC Coop. Thanks, guys, for reviewing the X1 Carbon. Picked one up, and it's a world of difference. It is a hell of a nice printer. I couldn't agree more.
Man. Let's talk just for a moment about that printer. In the years that I've been 3D printing, I had never tried ABS before. And I'm like, now, having done it, I was like, why have I not been printing in ABS this whole time? Because I printed, this is from a file I got on Thingiverse, but the quality of ABS coming out of this machine is superior to everything, and it sands so good.
For what you're doing
sands
with
so good.
Bodies like that, for sure. You know, for a lot of things,
right?
ABS has pluses and minuses, of course. I had some ABS here as well. I printed something that I was doing for a new 3D scanner video, which I know you guys are just waiting for. It's coming soon.
Oh, my God.
Don't worry.
I'm holding my breath.
But so I printed some of it, and it does print so nice. I haven't printed ABS in a number of years, and man, it used to be so much more of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but the Bamboo, and I'm just using its profile. I get a lot of questions like, "What's your print profile? Like, tell me your secrets." And I'm like, default
select.
I don't change anything.
Yeah.
If it says ABS, I just go boop, boop. That's the one. Print.
The only thing I play with on occasion is the support info, because depending on the design that I have, sometimes I know I will or will not need things in certain ways. So yeah.
But I used a little of my styrene goop to fill it there.
Gooped it in, nice.
And we'll sand that out in a little bit. But it's just because it's ABS, you can use styrene glue to glue it together and styrene goop, and it becomes one.
Yeah. They're just together.
It's incredible. Are there a lot of fumes? There is a filter on the X1 Carbon.
There's a
and
charcoal filter and a internal fan.
To be fair, I don't really smell much difference.
So I will say that
until you open the door,
I ran something in here with it, and I could smell it in here, just a hair. Nothing like it was when I had printed it in the past. That carbon filter actually really is effective. So, this is the first enclosed 3D printer like this that I've had. I mean, I've had like resin enclosed printers, but as far as a FDM and enclosed, and it is a nice system. It's very DJI'd. So,
it's so DJI. I cannot wait for them to add drone features to this.
Exactly. I want it to follow me around the house while printing.
Yeah.
So.
Meet Moop, I'm a printer. Meet Moop.
David Ferris, thank you very much. Do I need to cut the rear light bucket LED retainers on the Phoenix Fordyce for the wires? Not sure if I'm missing something. Yes, just, you can make a snip there and slide them over. It's just a difference. And it's something that we had from before we had a light kit and LEDs, just went in. But yes, for that type of thing, just make a snip, and it'll still function just fine. So, KC Crawler also, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Missed Friday's frozen peas of an episode. Hope the bag is good. Was at King of Missouri. Had a great time. Came home with 3 trophies. Congratulations. I would
nice
like to
one.
go sweat at that event one of these days.
It's one of those hot ones?
Well, it's in Missouri, and it is August. So, yes.
So I don't know. I've never been to Missouri.
I
don't know if you've heard me say this, but it'll be a cold day before I recognize Missouri.
Missouri is... it's like right in the middle there, and it's like the best. Even being from Nebraska, Missouri, it's where the heart is, as they say.
Cool. Kevin Ensley, the chuffing Land Rover is going very well. In fact, I spent a few hours today doing something to it, and I'll share in a few moments.
So, Nicole jumped in. She said... Because I said just make a little snip, and then people were making snip jokes. And then Nicole just remembered that her nickname amongst my friends for quite some time was Snips. So, because she was a hairdresser, and they just always called her Snips. So.
I was going to go somewhere else with that, but that makes more sense.
Yeah. I also, Nicole, if you're watching this, I brought up the state of your apartment when we first met. Empty with Eggo waffles in the freezer, a hand-me-down futon, bed on the floor in the corner, and a cat tree.
What? And Eggo waffles? And that's it, right? Eggo waffles in the freezer?
That was it.
That is all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, do you want to do mail call? I have very few things.
I have a thing.
Because most of them are sucked into a build already.
I have a thing that I can show.
I have lots of things I can't show.
I know,
but that's pretty boring show for everybody.
You go first because I literally only have one. It was an air.
Okay.
Your air mat. You did not have the air mat. You already had the futon from the nice lesbians at the salon at that time. And then when we moved her out of that, her dad was like, "Do you still want this?" And she said no. So he cut it apart with a chainsaw and threw it off the balcony.
Dad things.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He's
So
like,
if you send Josh a sand scorcher, it'll be a Snippy. Yes, Josh will get Snippy for sure. Okay. First things first, this is not a urine sample. It's rosé champagne. Would you like some champagne? All right. So my first thing came in the mail today. It's from Crawlers Customs.
Ah.
And it doesn't look like much right here.
Okay.
But this is a setup for your drift car.
I just can't with the champagne. Like, I love you so hard, Matt, but I can't with you drinking champagne on the stream. Like, I love you. I just can't.
Out of a proper flute.
It is a proper flute. Shut up, Nicole. So I can be fancy if I want to. This is for a drift car. And what this is, apparently, I don't know because I'm quite new to this, but a lot of guys in the real world are running LED strips along their windshield edges.
Okay.
So as a viewer or what do they call those people that are watching something when you're at a race? Audience?
Attendee?
Attendee. So people who are enjoying the sport from the sidelines know when you're accelerating. Spectator, that's the word.
Thank you, Troy Gibler.
So there's lights that show how much acceleration and how much braking they're doing.
Oh, interesting. And he sent you a 4 LED section for each side? Yeah.
No, that's the rear brake light.
Oh, I was going to say, he could have saved some money. Sent the one. That's just
Shut up, Josh. Anyway, yeah. So I'm actually this is pretty exciting.
I like it.
Pretty.
I didn't know that they were doing that in a full-size world.
Yeah, it's new.
Interesting.
I guess
The.
I don't know anything about it truly.
I wonder
but,
if they're mandating that in like Formula Drift, because they.
Oh, maybe.
Because like I'll watch Formula Drift and things like that, and when someone's in a skid, and if they check up on it and then they cause a collision, they're like, oh, did he check and cause that, or did the follow car just get too close? So,
right.
If they're
this
doing
is
that.
Probably for judging.
Yeah.
It's probably for judging.
So I like
They know when somebody's.
Yep. Oh yeah, Bacon was just saying it's to show the judges that you don't brake check the chasing car. Yeah, that's exactly what I was wondering. So.
Yep. Hi, Nicole. She's on my chat. Matt's my fave, guys. Don't tell Josh. I'm always going to read these, Nicole. Anytime anybody says that I'm better than Josh, it's red.
That's cool. So that I think it's safe to say that that product falls under the customs part of his store, probably. Then.
Definitely not the crawlers part.
Yeah. So.
Are there curbs in drifting? Yes, but they're rounded and you get to go over them. Formula Drift does that as a way to track acceleration and deceleration. Yeah,
I like it.
Cool.
I think that's pretty fancy, and it's cool that he made that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, and it's like completely automated. So you just plug it in through your ESC, and it actually does the things.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Now I have to finish that Porsche body. Probably not before Saturday. Saturday's a big day at the drift track. I'm going. I guess they've changed the track.
Oh.
They reconfigured
Leveled the playing field.
So it'll be just as bad for me.
Yeah.
That section where I was in the beginner's pit.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like going straight and then just.
I'm surprised they didn't give you like goldfish while you were over there too. Just like, or a Go-Gurt maybe, something you could
make me wear a bonnet, like a
Capri Sun and a Go-Gurt, so you can just.
Goldfish crackers would have been tight.
Art says a Capri Sun. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have to relearn the kitty track. Exactly, BK.
Jeremiah.
Which now I guess I'm always gonna call you Drift King.
Yeah,
from now on.
That's the most redneck way to get rid of a futon. Matt, if you're gonna drink champagne in a proper glass, you need to be wearing a tuxedo or a suit. At least a sport
And
coat.
I don't have a tuxedo shirt anymore. I bought a tuxedo shirt a long time ago, but it was ill-fitting. So I got rid of it.
Kool-Aid Jammer and an Uncrustable. Listen, be nice to Uncrustables. One of my favorite.
Hey, we just got those in Canada. I just saw them in the freezer section, and I almost lost my mind.
You have to get them.
I'm not a big fan. I had them, like, Badger gave me one, and I thought he was being funny. But he was being serious about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to get back on that.
Because they're amazing.
I was like, oh, okay. What are you, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Like,
Sean Damon, thank you very much. Hey, Matt, I have a question on the Rift. Well, I'm definitely the right person to ask.
Yeah.
Will the front beef tubes work in the rear axle?
No.
No, because I think the front is an offset. Right. And the rear is centered.
Correct.
See, I could have answered that myself. I didn't. Hang on, let me just go get it.
Factory rear isn't centered. That's why we had to make shafts.
Isn't it?
Factory rear is also offset.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's also offset. I think you're right.
It's just our axle that's centered.
That's an offset, baby.
Disregard everything we said.
So, quite possibly, yes.
Or possibly no.
Or possibly no. Really hard to say, actually. I don't know. I think they probably would.
Yeah.
But you know who would be best to ask?
Beef tubes.
Beef tubes.
Yeah.
That's who I would ask.
I would go on his website and see if he sells a rear one as well. And if he does, it's probably for a reason. You probably don't even have to send a message. You can just go there.
You probably just go on the website.
People
there you go.
through and then...
Yeah. But I would say they're probably close, if not exactly the same.
So, yeah.
Matt's not drinking champagne. It's Miller High Life, which is the champagne of beers. I don't get the Uncrustables hype. Isn't it just PB&J with the crust cut off?
In
like
a
I can
portable
make it home
format.
in 30 seconds? This is portable format. It's sealed around the edges.
For one, it's already made. That's a huge win. For two, it's in the freezer section. So if you go on like events or hike days, you take it out, throw it in your bag. By about lunchtime, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Or if you're not at an event and you just want something delicious, they're also perfect.
Yeah. If you are at home and your wife is away and you don't feel like making any food, take one of those out of the freezer.
Listen, one's not going to cut
keep an eye,
but
keep an eye on the old whatnot, because I think this is going to make it on there.
The good old Kentucky sky.
I know it hasn't been used a lot because I don't have a lot of hills to climb.
Yeah, mine never did either. It did not prove to be the vehicle that was for me.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I loved the bomber.
Matt's the new star in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift Canadian Edition. Yeah, it's true. But I have not wrecked a guy's Viper.
True. You know what? Don't jump through a house. Don't wreck a guy's Viper.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing either of those things. French toast Uncrustable is amazing.
Interesting. Love me some French toast as well.
I am also a French toast fan.
Yeah. So anyway, for my sole, what do we call it? Mail call item. It's something that is probably uninteresting to most.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is a true color auto darkening welding lens. However, it's not for my welding hood. I'm going to try and set up a little filming apparatus so I can take a little bit of video of welding for videos here and there. So that's but it's auto.
Happy birthday, Melissa.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, Melissa. Happy birthday. I almost missed it. I would have felt terrible. So
Thomas Bielzik, thank you. Happy birthday, Melissa. Thomas, how's work going on the old Sugs?
On the Suga. So, anyway, there you go. That is the only thing I got. But it's a true color lens, and I wonder if any of you guys have used true color lenses.
So wait, it makes everything regular color, not dark?
It's still dark, but a lot of welding lenses, everything's
Blue.
very green tint.
Purple. Green, yeah, right.
You know, so it's anyway. I've never used a true color. I don't plan to switch this one out. It wasn't an expensive one, but it wasn't a super cheap one. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like on video.
When Josh says welding, does he mean that weird brazing thing he does with his TIG machine?
It depends. Both options, possibly.
Yes. Thomas Bielzik, thank you again. Make a bag of tater tots, insert into cargo shirt pocket. Yes.
They were cargo pants. And
that's true. They were pants, not cargo shorts.
Shirts.
I'll allow it. Okay, well, the other thing I have for mail call is obviously also shippy.
Oh, look, you got the whole top done. You already showed it. People are going to watch your video tomorrow. Don't worry.
It's a live video, so they have to.
Yeah, they'll still be there. Don't worry.
It's still a bit tacky.
Interesting.
And I don't know why. Because it seems like it shouldn't be tacky 24 hours later.
No, it should not be. Although you are in a basement and it is
probably
UV cure.
Is it? No, not this one. Maybe it is.
Yes,
I'll take it outside.
There you go.
No, this is not resin. This is epoxy.
Oh,
Hang on. Let me look at it again.
definitely tacky to have it in the house, she says. Did I see Nicole's avatar is Princess Cupcake? It is. That is her avatar. That's where the name came from.
It's epoxy resin
Okay.
or super gloss coating.
Where's the part B?
Hang on, I'll get that. Oh, there's a part B?
Yeah. Oh, no. I thought I just came with two of them.
Where is that? I know it's in here. I used it. I mixed it myself. Here it is. Doesn't say anything about
Okay.
hardening in the UV.
Where is the other bottle as well? Can you hold them up next to each other?
God dang it.
Are the lines at the same level in those bottles now?
Yes! Ish.
Eh.
It's fine.
Part
it's
B.
fine. It's so close.
Part B is looking a little lower than Part A, Matt.
That could have been from before. Now, what do I do, though? It's still tacky. It's fingerprinty. Anyway, all the bits are in here that I got from mail calls. So, like, really fun stuff like O-rings and bearings and a motor. Big old motor. Big old motor.
I like it. You know what? I think I need a boat.
You're just gonna buy that one on the internet.
She's gonna come storming through this
You're
door.
not gonna make a boat.
Kick the wall down like the Kool-Aid man. You don't need a boat.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we'll leave that to maybe cure.
Yeah, maybe. Interesting topic in here. How do y'all feel about Losi making people wait more
If the
than...
resin's still tacky. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
How do you feel about Losi making people wait more than 2 months for bikes with no word on when they might ship? I'll tell you what. Horizon and Losi are absolutely going through it.
Yeah, they're not having a good
They
go.
went to a new system, and it's called Oracle. And it's like they had like 5 internal systems, like this warehouse side and purchasing, back end, front end, all of these different sides. They're like integrate them all into this new one system, and things are not going well. So we deal with it on the purchase, their purchasing side, because they purchase from us, and it's it is not a smooth system. It, like, for us, it takes literally something that used to take us maybe 10 minutes to, get them the invoice stuff needed, is now taking from our side multiple hours to input and import to get them the...
No way.
And then...
What? How does something like this
I don't know.
happen?
I honestly don't know, but it, like, I talk to a lot of people that deal with them in the industry like we do, and stories are very similar throughout. So, the only people you're ever going to be able to talk to are customer service and, whatever. Like, nobody that's going to be able to do anything more than just, like, say, I'm sorry, I have no ability to do anything. Like they have no control over anything other than just being like... So there's literally nothing that anybody can do other than hope that things get sorted out at 5 levels above anybody you'll ever be able to talk to. And honestly, it's real bad. And, I have a ton of Horizon products. I like a ton of Horizon products. We do business directly with Horizon. And in some ways, they've kept things around in the industry that would not have been around any longer if they hadn't. Like, I mean, Axial and things like that. Like that brand could have gone away if they didn't, like. But at the same time,
It's true.
It shines this light on, like, hey, our industry is largely owned under this one umbrella, and they have done a very poor job of implementing this new system. And look now at the effect that it's having throughout.
Yep.
And it's scary in that way.
For sure.
But
well, let's hope they get through it.
When I log into
Honestly,
my
it's so
normal
good.
customer account, my low C bike is still shown on pre-order, back order.
Yeah, I've got some tires and wheels for the Pro Moto that are still sitting in back order.
Well, I have my motorcycle.
Right, yeah, that's
Like,
I do not have those wheels.
Why
and
does
tires,
it still
so
show on back
at
order?
least that's something.
I have it.
Yeah.
So,
Kids Wrench, thanks very much. I just wanted to say thank you to the whole RC community. Some of the best people I've ever met. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you very much. I hope that I meet some of these nice people.
one of these days I'll find
I'm
one
just
of them.
kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I agree.
No, it's really great. Thank you
my
very much. Much
Whole
appreciated.
life revolves around this community somehow.
Yep.
And
True enough.
but I feel pretty lucky still. So,
Yeah. Jesse, on the boat, I went 2100 kV on 4S for the boat. I'm also using
like
the
it.
new. Yeah, it's plenty.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good work.
Probably enough. Thanks. Yeah. I also went for the upgraded impellers to give more thrust. I just hope that it. New name for the boat. Somebody said sticky. Guys are saying if it's still tacky after 24 hours, you didn't add enough hardener. So, my next question is, how do you clean that off and start again?
Nope.
You don't?
Nope.
What the hell am I going to do now?
Well, remember how long it took you to print that the first time? Wasn't very long.
Not very long.
Do it again.
Start again. Print another boat. Damn it.
But I have heard that sticky surfaces make them faster in the water.
Oh, yeah? Okay, great. Well, because of all the things that stick to it eventually. Just give it another day. I don't know, guys. It's still pretty tacky. Could I add more hardener now?
Yeah, just spray bottles.
Or is it too late? No, seriously. Could I add more? No? Oh. Isopropyl alcohol will take it off. Cook it. Yeah, we'll just bake it off. That's no problem.
You are going to spend 5 times as much time trying to clean or do anything as you would by just redoing it. Hands down, period.
What if I spray it? What if I spray it with some clear?
I mean, you can't screw it up worse. So,
No,
go nuts.
It's pretty badly screwed up.
Like, just give it a shot.
Darn it all. I mean, to be fair, it would only take 5 hours to get another boat printed, so it's not the end of the world. Another coat of more hardener. That's what Dana said. See?
Yeah, I mean,
Print another boat on top of this boat. That's a good idea too, DK. Didn't mix it enough. Yes, I did.
you did not. They talk.
For hours.
You got to scrape the edges of the cup and get the bottom fully. 5 minutes of stirring.
Dude, I did that.
You did not.
I know how to. I've done this before many times.
You did it like everything else, way too slow.
Thomas said I can mix a new batch using a scale, which I also did. Go over the top of it. All right. I'll do that. Thank you.
Double the hardener. Then double it again.
Don't go by weight. Go by volume. No, go by weight, not volume. Dremel it off. I don't know.
Ooh, check the expiration date. How old is your epoxy?
I just got this.
Okay, you're probably okay.
And there is no expiry. This lasts forever.
Just like everything. So.
Okay, well that's mail call.
Yeah.
Sticky.
Oh, it's so good.
I almost should call it that. It is a really good name. All right, put it in the sun for a few hours. It's PLA.
PLA plus, but
Tough.
tough. PLA
PLA
tough. Whatever.
tough.
Little
Tough.
lowercase plus for tough.
Yeah. I
Anyway.
say put it in and then pull it out and then put it back in again.
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Little Miss Rachel.
Watch Matt die inside live. It's fine. It's like $2 of material. It's not a big deal.
So,
It's just annoying.
speaking of builds, I would like to talk about. I have something to talk about. I've started on the design of the next build that I'm going to do.
This is for PLBTF.
I mean, it's a lofty goal to try and get it done by PLBTF. Granted,
Wow.
I've thought about, like, if I keep my sights narrower and I don't get distracted with doing some of the things that I plan on doing, like carbon fiber bedsides and things like that.
Don't start stealing my ideas.
Who are you going to ask me to get the bedsides designed first so that you could then do the idea that...
No, I'm going to make my own, you jerk.
Okay. Well, I
can
already
do
have
it.
the mold done. Anyway,
Can I have it?
that's exactly what I was going to get. So my plan is I talked about it on the Hack-a-Lack, and that was taking and sharing like the design files, the laser cut things, all of that, and like bundling it together and then like selling that download. And I'm gonna do that now with this one, and just it can just be a build along. So that is my plan. I'm gonna put together a deal, and I'm just, as my files get done, I will put up the new files, things like that, for people to come along. And I've decided how I'm going to do it, which is the thing that was a little bit different, because it would be hard to like put it up on the website and just, especially piecemeal like it is, if it's going to be a build along instead. So I'm going to do it on a Discord.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So
Scale Builders Guild has a Discord. You
they
can just
do.
use that one.
I started a Discord. I'm sorry. Specifically for this.
So offended.
Because we do use the SB. If you're not a member of the SBG Discord, you should be.
You should be.
We play Wreckfest on occasion. There's a Wreckfest
Every Friday night.
There's a Wreckfest server in there.
Yes.
But I've linked the Discord in the description below here. It's good for, the link in there is good for a week. So depending on when you're watching this, it's good for a week. But I'm just gonna start that thing up, and I'm gonna figure out the details. I've created a general thread in there, and then as people want to join the actual build part, like I said, I'm planning to sell the build file, the whole setup. So I have to determine all that kind of thing. But
too long didn't read. Josh
Yeah.
builds truck, you build truck.
yeah, you build truck alongside. You get all the files that I make. So
Yeah.
and it would be like,
Captain Insano shows no mercy. Thank you. UV light may help it cure. You're not wrong.
Keep it right on there. Just keep on holding that light over your head. So
It kind of warms your skin.
Nicole would already be sunburnt. So
Just being in the room with it.
Nicole puts sunscreen on her arm when she drives. So
Most modern windows have a UV protector.
don't tell that. Well, she drives a 2009 Jeep Wrangler. So
So there you go. Understood. A lawnmower by BTF. Cannot wait to see it. Yeah, are you going to do that by then?
I am still going to do the lawnmower, but no, this is on the 4 dice. This is a more this is a more normalized build.
Yeah, another build you won't drive before you sell.
This one I'm keeping. The thing with the Hack-a-Lack was, I was like, everything went so well and I liked it, except for the fact that it was on an SCX3 rather than a VS410. And the SCX3 was a great little platform and all that, but it has the LCXU transmission, which is that big, center-mounted 5-gear tall trans and all that. I'm just like, man,
I know. I like the forward mount of the
it gives you so
trucks.
much room on the inside. I can do the overdrive.
For activities.
Yeah, so much room for activities. So,
to get on the SBG Discord, log into Discord and search for Scale Builders Guild.
Yes.
I think it's that simple.
yes. And if you
And
don't
then
have this
there's
link,
no approval process.
mine either, as far as I know. Yeah. And then my link is you just search for Harley Designs YouTube or Harley Designs or whatever. Or there's a link in my description.
Thomas Bialzik, thank you very much. I forgot the important part. Anyone in the room must wear a bra on their head. Oh, and I have been sanding rice-sized louvers for days, and tomorrow after work is primer time for the Suga. Sick.
Oh my goodness. So cool.
I'm excited.
I missed one by Captain Insano. Shows no mercy. I apologize. Hey guys, glad you all made it another week. Small glass ice, double shot crown apple, one shot green apple schnapps, fill the rest with Sprite. Oh, that sounds like something I could drink, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the brown liquors I'm not man enough for.
Never sicker,
especially anymore. So
there's a place right around the corner called the 1211, and they do a drink with Crown Royal apple, and it's one of my favorites.
I like it, especially the Sprite, kind of like a spritzer feel.
Yeah, nice sugary spritzer.
Yeah. Francisco.
That's what gives you the hangover.
Francisco.
The sugar.
Nice to see you.
Francisco. It's just so fun to say.
Sequenzia. I bet I am murdering that.
I
hope that you make it to Monza for next week's race.
Oh, see.
Anyway, cheers, my friend. Good to hear from you.
It's a race week again.
It is.
So 10:45. 10 o'clock. 10:45. You know to log right off.
So, anyway, that's about what I'll cover on that whole build thing. I'm excited for it, and I think that part of the Discord thing and being able to chat back and forth with people would be nice, just for the bit of motivation and then helpful back and forth, maybe the share. Absolutely. That is one thing that I will say, you can probably relate, that I really miss about forums.
Yes.
Is just how
you
that
could just participate in ours. That would be
another
great place to put your build as well.
Totally agree.
You won't do it though.
All the
I gotta take pictures and then I gotta upload.
I know it's
just text me for the pics.
Yeah.
every single want ad or classified on RC Crawler now is text me for pics. I'm not texting some random dude
really
pictures of the truck that I want to buy.
That's what it says now?
Puts pictures up anymore.
Because no one knows how to use Image Shack, Photo Bucket,
or Photo Bucket, or Flickr, or any number of free services. Or if you're a paying member of the Scale Builders Guild, free image hosting.
Yeah,
built right in.
Oh man,
Penthouse forums? No. You won't believe that this happened to me.
Yeah.
But I built a truck. It's actually really funny. It's a good way to start a build thread like that.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm kind of excited as an experiment to see how this goes.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really fun way to do it.
So
we'll Matt still prints the ads out and pins them to his hope board. Matt's never gonna make money on his OnlyFans with that attitude. Sorry, he was right at the bottom. Good. Nobody would watch.
Oh.
I'm building a truck again.
You know what's funny is
this champagne's going right to my head.
Out of the flute. Every once in a while, Nicole and I get a bottle of champagne and then promptly pour it into a normal tumbler to drink.
Paper cup.
Yeah. One step above. What? We're just like,
yeah.
We should really get
you got a solo. You got a solo.
We should really get wine glasses even. That would be a nice step up.
You know what? Maybe just not disposable.
We use a glass at least. It's just not appropriate for
Star Wars glass.
You could just also
the Burger King Star Wars glass.
Yeah, it's the McDonald's collectible with the with like the frosted green. It's the moose antlers, Cousin Eddie.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's great. All right, somebody wanted to see the Land Rover. I have it right here in front of me because I was this afternoon. That's not true. Lots of people do. I put a top on it now.
That actually looks pretty decent. But I've had a beer. I've had a beer and a half, and I'm getting easier. So.
I've done a few. I did it differently though. Like in the manual, there's either full doors and roof or half doors and no roof. I decided to go a little unconventional. I went half doors and roof. And
so do they open like a saloon? Oh, so you can open the lower door and the top still stays there?
Correct. But I added magnet mounts to it, so it just kind of magnet mounts on there, and you can still, in a way...
This is how we can tell that Matt has never hit the bottom of the whole throttle throw thing. Because, like, the roof, magnet mounts. It'll be fine.
Well... And it will be fine because there's something going over the back of this.
Did you get the Scale Garage Systems rack coming?
Not yet, but I'm going to be getting one.
Oh, they're such works of art, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
I talk about them in the Scale News Update, and I really mean it. Those guys, it's so insane how cool and how nice those racks are.
Marcin does such a great job with those.
Where is he out of exactly? Yeah. Is it?
I want to say Czech Republic.
Okay, I knew it was in the area of that. Yeah. But I didn't want to say Poland.
I want to say Czech Republic, but I don't think it's Poland.
I don't think so either. I think Czech Republic is correct. Either way, he.
But yeah, he does such an amazing job, and this is not the end. I'm gonna. Like if you've seen his demo unit, he did a killer paint job with the whole like
the Trans-Africa. Oh,
yeah, it was Trans-Africa Safari. Ridiculous. It's just like so awesome, and then the British flag on the bonnet. So good, lots of good weathering. I'm going to do something similar. It will also be some sort of expedition, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Trans-Canada Highway, just that.
Come on, you know it's going to be something way dumber than that.
Pat just says that Poland, as far as he knows.
Maybe it is Poland.
I
hate to be. I hate to be wrong. And I probably am.
Does he put on his little certificate?
Oh, which I have sitting around here somewhere.
Warsaw.
Warsaw is in Poland. Damn it. I feel terrible. Sorry, Marcin, if you're watching. I meant Poland. Yeah, it's does the rack fit a bedroll big enough for 2? Absolutely, Perry G. It probably fits a bedroll big enough for 30. It's a big rack. And you guys know how I feel about huge racks. Let alone many guns, which necessitate an entire rack.
Yeah, but
that is a beautiful representation of an ugly truck. Well done.
I'm back on board with your project now, and I will not make fun of it any longer because it did already look pretty good.
I appreciate you.
But with that rack, it will look fantastic.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Mostly just because I'm going to whip out the Cricut machine and some big sheets of masking tape and start masking up some really nice things to airbrush on the side.
I'm really wondering what.
Very exciting. Very excited.
The Pacific Crest Trail.
See, this is why This is why I shouldn't be allowed to make models anymore. So stupid.
Some scale detailer you are.
I didn't want to replace the doors because I was like, what if I decide to go topless at some point?
True. The pink Land Rover should have had a huge rack on it. That's true. The Romantic Adventurer from...
Oh, man. What a name.
I just was like, oh, let's jump over to Fair. You know, it was in my list of bookmarks that I opened all of them at once.
You know what they intend that for? They're probably like, you know what? Buy this one for your wife so she gets into it.
What I would love to know is what they put in the translation box and what they were actually getting. Like,
but is Fair RC, are they overseas? They doing that overseas?
Definitely.
Definitely, eh? All right.
Definitely. They're just FMS's front company to sell things that have been pulled for copyright infringement.
It's not a Jeep anymore.
Yeah, like, oh no, definitely they can't sell these, but that was that company.
This is a dinosaur truck.
Yeah.
We painted it to look like the
Fair
dinosaur
RC
movie.
commented on the scale news.
They did?
What? When?
Go back and look. Turbo TT, I actually didn't change the color on this side. I noticed your comment. It's the same. I haven't resprayed it because it's a spray can, and I know as soon as I spray it more, it's going to get wrong. So I just left it. But don't worry, weathering will fix.
I'm going through here now. So let's.
Discord was moved to private, considering nobody joined since well before April, until someone shared an invite in Josh's Discord. Weird.
Well, that's interesting. You're obviously.
That is interesting.
Man, I don't see it yet, but
I have to look into that.
yeah, you should look into it. Oh, there, here it is. One day ago, they said, "Glad the name tickled you." That was the point, really. We like to have fun with our mods and with our names at FRC.
All right. Okay. There you go. So they.
You know what? I'm
there you
pinning
go.
their comment.
I like it. I like it. Oh, I finally got an email back from the people over there at FMS because I had been trying to contact them for some time
About their
and it turns
Michigan's extended warranty.
out. Yeah, it was like I filled out the card, but I didn't get any sort of confirmation. No, Ethan finally got back to me.
Oh, there you go. Good. I cannot find either of them in Discord. Mine is linked in the description, Troy, so you should be able to just click the link.
I don't even know what the link is.
Fair RC is out of Australia, so okay, they are overseas, but
Crikey. Not those C's.
yeah, well,
different ones.
Aussie. They're over Aussie.
They're over a C.
It's not the book. It's just a
They're
book.
not connected to us.
Yeah.
There's a C in between. That's the old country barn door option. Yeah, on the Land Rover. Because I was like, if I put the roof on now, I have to swap out the whole door and paint the door again. It's not gonna match. So I was just like, F it.
Well, I mean,
I don't care.
Some of your stuff doesn't match anyway. Look at Shippy and Snippy or Dippy. Old.
That's right. Dippy is a slightly different color, but you'd never know if they're not together.
Right. Could have just been whatever Instagram filter you were using that day. So
that's true. That day it was. Who were they? They had some great names for them. Did they still have the names?
New York.
No.
I had a favorite.
Nashville.
Nashville
was a good one.
I don't remember the one I always liked to use. You know which one it was though? It
Just
was the one with the most
look
vignette.
At that, look at that sucker.
Yeah.
Just so good.
Absolutely.
They did such a great job on that. I cannot wait to get that rack. Here I am drooling over racks.
You should see my Instagram. Same.
No,
Uh,
mine's not like that. Mine's all tiny trucks and then some big ones.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what yours is too.
Same.
I do that every night, but usually in private. Oh man, what a great show this is! 181 episodes.
100
Talk about
insanity.
that's crazy, right?
Someone was saying that the link isn't working. I'm copying the invite button for Discord and pasting it there.
Well, aren't you smart, Jeremy? It's like, that's why I painted all the parts of the body before I built it. Now I can swap back and forth with a few screws. Must be nice. I cut the doors so I had the top part. So now I've got 2 sets of these doors.
I've converted both of them to half doors. Look who's smart guy now.
Correction, Jeremy. I ruined 2 sets of doors.
Driver 944S. How about the budget build?
How about the budget build? We could probably talk about that for easily half an hour.
So, Matt and I have decided to punish ourselves again.
Yep.
And it came up on Friday night's stream when I was going over Fordice stuff. And Matt happened to be in there.
Or, is that how you pronounce it? I always thought it was Fordice.
Fordice. Fordice.
Fordice. It's Italian.
It's a prestigious award.
It must be Italian.
Yeah.
It's fragile.
So Matt and I have decided on a budget build. We are going to do things exactly different than how we've done before.
So different.
So
actually, it is quite different. This is a different budget build. Yeah. We're adding
chance
randoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have decided to make
gambling with
things interesting. A couple of things. It's only going to be 8 weeks.
Quick.
8 weeks, so much quicker, much easier for that part of it. But to make sure that things are way harder to plan and much less predictable for both of us, this suggestion came up on Friday night's build. The budget is basically going to be determined each week by chance.
We're using a wheel.
Using a wheel, a virtual wheel, most likely. So that we can determine what that week will be.
I'll make sure I'll do the wheel in virtuality, but I'll have a screen back here so we can all participate.
Yes, you will all get to see it. I think that we'll record ours. We'll record the wheel part while we're together. That way.
Well, we'll talk about that.
That way, there's no cheating. Otherwise, I will definitely cheat. I'm just saying.
What are you talking? No. We'll do it. I thought we were going to do it live.
Oh, live.
Do the live spin.
So the only problem with that is that there's weeks where I want to try and do 2.
Well, that's too bad.
We both have trips and events during these that you're killing me.
You probably shouldn't have agreed to do a budget build with me, you stupid idiot.
Well, I mean, we can do them live then, I guess.
It just won't be 8 weeks in a row.
Well, that I can accept that then.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have to just take a week off here and there to make things happen, that's fine.
There's a lot of different pronunciations of Fordice here.
4D's nuts.
Yeah, you got that one in here too. Yeah. 4D is nuts. Fodis. Hemi-Storm says it best. Fordis.
This is the Fordis.
Thanks for watching. This is the Fordis. Fordice. Fordice.
So, as an interesting point of this, little bit of behind. There's search terms that get used. Like I can see what people search on the website, and many of you may be surprised, but Phoenix can be spelled so many different ways.
So many ways. All of them wrong except for one.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of them in the search, search tags. So if people type that, FENIX shows up. FEENEZ, like so many ways. I've got them in there.
Have you got some silent Z options in there?
You would be so surprised. Some of them you can tell are just fat fingering a keyboard and hitting a D instead of an F. I mean, they were still going to be wrong, but at least it's
Phoenix?
There is no F in Phoenix, but it's the
D nice.
Yeah. Messed up now, Aaron. So anyway, Fordyce, I was like, you know what? Let's throw some options out there as well. So far,
yeah, let's give it a
most
go.
of them have been covered.
Because still a few outliers.
Still, every once in a while, some days I'm still surprised because I'll go look at search terms on occasion, not regularly. It's not like a part of my everyday routine, but I'm just like, okay, like if it'll. All right, guys, thank you.
Right,
I've learned
very
something.
Good. Okay, back to budget build.
Yes.
We I don't have the Google open right now.
I do,
but we've already picked out all the categories for. Because what we wanted to do was we wanted to add a layer of unpredictability to this, because usually what Josh and I do is we just go ahead and plan every single week in advance.
Yeah.
It's never ever been, well, what should I do this week? It's never been that.
No.
Usually I order everything all at the beginning and just slap parts on every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I shoot multiple episodes in a week. But we're adding some more challenge to that by eliminating that possibility, by creating the wheel of chance.
Yeah.
We have to come up with a good name for the wheel. But I think we came up with 13 possible wheel choices that are going to ruin our lives each and every week.
Yes.
And ruin them they shall.
Yes, they absolutely. But I mean, because a lot of the problem is like, I'm going to either have to have a lot of options here that I can pull from that fit, or I'm going to have to be like, let's try this, and then go, God damn it, rush or.
Yeah.
So, should we go over some of them? We have a last chance for you guys if there's some good ones that we can add, but I'll give you the ones that we have in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, to start off, if no budget is specified in whatever the answer is, it's $60 a week because of inflation.
Inflation. So it's $60 a week now.
The modifier of the wheel does not affect, then the options are no 3D printing, one freebie part, like it has to be a single part number, you get that part for free, then your regular budget. Your weekly.
And there's only, you get, let me clarify, you only get one spin.
One spin, week. Yes. The week, you get one spin, whatever it lands on, that is your outcome for the week.
The name of the wheel? Spinny. Adam, you are on fire.
It's so obvious. It's just. Then there is just one that's a weekly total. It's either 25, 50, 75, or 100 even. Those will be 4 spaces. Recycle bin.
So you could be at a disadvantage.
You could
get $25.
You get $25 rather than 60. Recycle bin.
Yeah.
You have to use at least 3 recycled parts that week. Then there is the SBG HD choice, meaning the other person picks the specific part or an area or task to be completed. So many things.
You could be really mean.
Yeah. Then the next one is, this was a great suggestion, temperature, meaning the temperature of whatever the temperature is at the Fordyce trail. At the time of the spin is your budget for the week. So that was a great one. The next one is...
I'm hoping it's high.
I declare bankruptcy. Whatever you had saved up, whatever it is, wiped out, and it's $0 for the week. You get to spend no money.
Nothing.
Then Next one is must use a part from a company you've never used before.
It is that's challenging for both of us.
Yep. Then we have wife price can claim it was 50% of whatever it actually cost. So
yeah. So a really expensive motor all of a sudden becomes quite cheap.
Then you have Hot Wheels. And that means $10 of your budget has to be spent on Hot Wheels.
I cannot wait for this wheel.
Yeah.
This is going to be amazing.
So
that's what we're doing. We're taking the Fordyce RTR and doing a budget build with it.
Yep.
But with some twists. To make it exciting for us.
Since we're going to do this live, that means that next week on this show, we will spin live for the first time. So
yes.
My schedule I'll shift just a little bit, but that's fine. And if we have to skip a week, whatever.
That's also fine. Yep.
But
it totally does.
There you go. These are great. Hot Wheels. Price is wrong. R.I.P. Bob Barker. R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah.
That man did that. He went as close to $1 without going over. 99. Like
I spayed and neutered my animal
legend.
Just because of him.
Joker 510714. Thank you, sir. Hi all. Finally Wednesday. Happy for a long weekend. Spending it in Tahoe. Any good crawler spots? So many good crawler spots up there.
All of it.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
you cannot go wrong. Pull over by the side of the road basically anywhere.
Yeah. Like if you need some pins, let me know.
Donner Pass.
I'll drop.
Go up to Donner Pass for sure.
Are you doing South Lake or North Lake? I guess that's a huge difference. 50 side or 80 side?
Oh, that's true.
I'm so
50 side is a good side, right?
No, 50 side is the best side for crawling.
Yeah.
It's the People's Tahoe side. North side is the champagne drinkers side. Yeah. You're North Lake, I'm South Lake.
Get out of here. This is our side.
Like,
Ooh, that's a good one, RC Underdog. Part has to be bought from Amazon. You have to Amazon that stuff.
Okay, added.
Excellent. Good one.
Yeah. Free Spinny.
Is that the name of the wheel?
I'm just meaning like free spin. Do you get another spin? Your regular budget plus a spin? No, that's too much.
Negative. That's too much. Uno reverse. You have to buy a part but ship it to the other person.
Uno reverse where you swap the whole truck. He cannot have my truck.
Want his junk.
I don't want his truck either.
Yeah. I don't want his junk. But I'm very excited to do another budget build.
Tiny wheel with chores on it.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned that up here too. Tiny wheel. Is that
Office?
Always Sunny?
Office.
Right.
Chore wheel was the first one, and then they didn't like it, so they put prizes on it, and then their tiny wheel had actual chores.
Yes, that's right. I remember now. It's small for a second there.
Joker 50. Thank you. I'm offended. North Lake, Incline Village is our family home.
Well, rooty
does that make me
for
posh? You think I'm far from PC? Well, I mean, if you're Incline Village, you're right next to everything then, aren't you? I don't really know because I'm not North Lake enough to know these things. I know South Lake.
8 weeks doesn't seem like enough time. I agree, Jay, but you know what? Our lives are short. And I don't want to spend
honestly, if it was more than 8 weeks, we're in till the end of January. Like it ends in February. Like that's how far out 16 weeks puts us. Because this year, like this is already 8 weeks is going to end in December. Like post.
No, it's not.
It is.
Is it
8 weeks currently? If we started next week, the last week would have been November 25th.
No, that's not right. September has
Son
4
of a
weeks.
bitch! How did I miss a whole month?
October.
I missed all of September.
You're looking at the wrong calendar.
How did I
again.
do
You're looking
that?
at the one with Smarch.
I did. I literally missed all of September.
I was like, what is he? I'm terrible at math, but this
I am
is
too. I'm just
way
looking at my
off.
list. Like, I'm an idiot. I'm deleting that from our Google Doc.
We're going to be done by November.
I am an idiot.
Sometime in November we'll be finished.
I wrote that list before I had a beer and a half. Thank you.
Yikes.
Dude, how did I do
There's
that?
just so many options for the wheel, yes. But we have to keep it small because the more options we put on there, some will never get spun.
Right. Yeah. Do you get one veto in case Matt chooses to have you put leaf springs on it? You know what? I think we have to play it interesting, because if he gets mean and I get that, like, all of a sudden he's got to put Savage shocks on this thing, and he's got 7.5 inch tall shocks.
Yeah, I don't think we should do anything where that happens. Another good suggestion from RC Underdog: blindfold. No budget for the part, but you have to install it blindfolded. It's pretty funny. I like that one.
Yeah.
No leaves, please.
Yeah, exactly. What I tell Matt he has to do is TIG a titanium cage. Yeah. Good luck, loser.
I have to go out and buy a TIG welder. Blow a fuse every time I fire it up.
I mean, my TIG welder is plugged into the same plug as my garage door opener, and it still works fine. So
you don't know what I'm dealing with here, okay?
Sure, you're in a very old house.
Every machine I plug in, if I'm not wearing shoes, shocks me. So
Nicole's parents were like,
not a lot of grounding.
Nicole's parents were remodeling their kitchen, and they're like, yeah, it's nice now, because like when you older, very small house, and when you would walk through, previously, if you touched the refrigerator and the stove at the same time, you got a little tingle. So now it doesn't do that anymore.
Wow. How many years did they live like that?
Since before Nicole was born, which isn't very long. 20 something.
Only been 18 years. GFI time. Yep, you can say that again. I need a few of everything. It's just one circuit into a very old wall socket in here where everything is plugged in.
You remember Down Periscope? Did you watch that one? No?
No.
Not your
No.
Doesn't really make any
Call
sense.
that the shock wire.
That explains things, Nicole. Yeah.
Oh, my batteries are dying in my headphones. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh. Yeah, because we have 29 minutes left. You better get yourself a USB cable.
They won't work when they're charging. Oh, like a cable. Oh. I don't have one of those.
Nothing. That's good. I think there are 2 whales now. Yeah. Down Periscope. It's a good movie.
My house was built in 1913, but it's definitely been upgraded, except in this part of the house.
Yeah.
Just this one part.
Matt's in the cellar.
And this was probably 1950s. Like, some plugs, that one's definitely ground fault interrupter. It's fine. That one's good. But the one that the workbench and printer and computer are plugged into, not so much.
The one that the printer and computer and heat gun and Dremel and soldering iron and it just always goes off.
I don't understand. Why do I keep getting shocked in here? Remember, because I went through that when I was building one of the PCs. I was building it in here.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I getting a tingle? And I swore that the motherboard wasn't grounded properly because it actually looked like it had been damaged a little bit. And I was back and forth with them like a bunch of times. And then I plugged it into another socket, another outlet. I was like, oh, I get it.
And then I got the other motherboard.
Yeah, it's true. You did. Did you use that motherboard, or is it still sitting in a box?
Still sitting in a box next to me for replacing this computer.
Sure. You gonna do that someday, maybe?
I need to. Yeah.
Telegata just said, Sparky. I can name my printer that. The outlet is called Shocky.
You just need a label maker.
I'll use a Cricut. On a different outlet.
Yeah, plug it in somewhere else. Testing fate with that one. The tingling lets
we
you
got
know
all
the
the
power's
knobs
on.
Yeah, tingling means it's working. So all the plugs are fine except the one with the valuable electronics connected to it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine. I'll replace it at some point.
At least you finally cut a hole in that vent. You know, that was...
Yeah, right, exactly. Everything comes in time, okay?
Yeah, we don't need to rush into things.
All Matt's tools have those special yellow handles.
Yeah. I really like these Klein tools. I feel so much more comfortable when I'm using these.
Oh my god. Hey, I used the scanner again. Did I tell you? With your help.
What'd you scan now?
Again, the inside of this body to make
your half door
cutout half door things.
How are you getting to be more comfortable / less intimidated with the scanner process?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm much more gooder at it now.
Which is...
See, look at that.
Yeah, actually. That looks pretty decent. I mean,
yeah, it's like a perfect match because I scan from the inside.
Yeah, that's the way to go for that type of thing. Since that's the surface that's interfacing.
Yeah.
If it's a Lexan body, it wouldn't have mattered, of course. But
true, for sure.
But
yeah, very cool stuff. It is very handy, and this sort of thing I can see being a valuable tool in the arsenal because then I'll print these in ABS and then just glue them right in there, and then that's
right.
Lick it, stick it, see you later, bye.
You can add a cup holder to it if you want. You can...
Oh, man. Tubes.
Yeah.
Like tube door.
So many things.
So many
or
things.
at least, you can just put the hole in it for the tube door and put some styrene through it so you get that nice, perfect... Be the way to go.
Or I could just contour the edge around so
but
it looks like it.
The difference between, even with how good these printers are, the difference between a printed tube and an actual piece of styrene extruded tube is going to look so much different. Or actual metal tube.
That's true.
You could put that
That's
through.
True. I'll put metal tube in there. Yeah, why not?
So, yeah. It's one of those things, like, it is a bit of a hill to climb at first to get those scanners to be a super useful thing. But
once you figure it out,
I don't think
pretty handy.
I talked about this last week. This is the new Pop 3, and I used it. I used it this weekend.
Please don't
for the first time.
Stream
and
please don't ruin the stream.
It's even better. Honestly, it's just the Revo Point software is so much better.
It's really good. There are some great names for things in my workshop coming through here. Trashboat called that Venti. And then what else have we got? Scanny. Printy. The vacuum cleaner gets sucky.
What is the Dremel? Valvey?
Oh.
Art.
That's great. Matt's new line of champagne glasses. Sippy.
I guess
my God.
Spinny.
Dog gets a label, Licky. Rebecca is wifey.
Dremel is grindy. Grindy, spinny. Valvey is drippy. Or Valve is drippy. Dog is waggy.
This is so great.
Y'all are a special bunch of friends we have every week.
Yeah, so
I'm very
great.
glad you're here because nobody else would think this is funny.
Chuck, chair is not woody. Chair is creaky.
Cricket is slicey?
Oh my God. Oh, actually, Jay, that's pretty good. The Dremel's actually running because they can get away from you. If Rebecca heard any of this, she'd be so mad because she really hates my dad jokes. Hates them so much.
Oh.
Shelfie for all their trucks. Yeah. Robbie Bobster, thank you for the Australian dollary dues. So, 1 week until I'm USA bound, working out what to pack for PLBTF. Any suggestions?
Don't even worry about it. Just get here. You can buy everything when you're here.
Truck.
Yeah, bring a truck.
That's true. They have everything you need. It's not like that's the thing. When we're going to Ireland in a few weeks, and Rebecca and I are back and forth on stuff. It's like, oh, should we bring this? Should we bring that? And I was like, I don't think we need to worry about it. It's not like we're going somewhere where they don't have things.
Yeah.
We should be okay if we forget something.
Same thing. Like Nicole and I are going somewhere. Like we're both to that. Like I think the difference is honestly like between us, or not between us and like regular, like responsible people. Is this like we don't have like other humans we're responsible for, like kids who need like you have to have things at a moment's notice for. We're just like. It'll be fine. Like
we need more juice boxes. We don't need any of that stuff.
Like we're just like I don't know. We'll just get it when we get there if we have to. Like it's fine.
We'll just buy it there.
Like the only thing I'm worried about when I travel to an event is my actual truck. I'm like, if I have to buy new clothes, I don't give a shit. Buy one. Like if they lose my radio, I can get a new one of those. I just need the truck.
I'll get another shirt. I'll get a T-shirt from any number of vendors at the event.
Like it's fine. Like. As long as I
who haven't I gotten a free shirt from this week? Boom Racing. Thank you for the free shirt. I enjoy being a badass. Says so on my shirt. This is my favorite truck, Rippy.
Josh's wallet is Ridgy.
It's terrible.
This is so dumb.
What a trend I started. It's so dumb.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's I don't even know what to say. This is my new tool Scanny. This is my drill screwy. This is Josh and Matt are laughy.
We're stupidity. There's a bit of an echo now, so deal with it.
Well, we've got about 5 minutes left before we cut all of you off with F1 talk. So before then, budget build.
Maybe if I mute you on NDI and we just listen to you through my mic.
Let's see how that
Let's
goes.
try that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Budget build. We will do a first spin live next week on here. We'll get that all worked out ahead of time. You'll get to see the first spin happen, and then the budget builds will start the following week. So you'll see the videos go up on Wednesday, and then the new spin happen Wednesday night. So there's that. Also, my build along thing will be on Discord, or it's on Discord. There's a link in the description below, and we'll start discussing all the details in there as far as file deliverables and whatnot in there. You can join that at the link in my description or in the, well, it's not in the chat anymore, but I'll post it again in case you're on there. So, those are the big things. I think that'll be fun. This budget build will be fun. Will it be less punishing or more punishing? It's much shorter, but...
It's shorter, but you know what I think it's going to be more than anything is challenging for us because of the random factor.
Yeah, that... It's much harder to plan. It's going to be a lot of scramble. So...
Yes.
That's going to be a whole different feel to it. So, other than unless we literally just bank parts and options and things like that, which I feel like is going to happen after about 3 weeks of the absolutely random and challenging like craziness. We're going to be like, okay, I'm buying a bunch of things just in case.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the wheel and have an option for everything on the wheel.
Right. Yep. So
it's the only way to prepare for this.
That is no joke. So I think it'll be
What's going to be funny? What's going to be really funny though is when one of us gets stuck with the same thing 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
$25. No money. No money. No money. What the?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be entertaining. It'll be more entertaining to watch than a typical budget build for us.
Yeah. Which those are good for like longevity and all that, but they're not necessarily the, I think a lot of people have watched them over time and happy that they have them in there. This is, at least, it's fun in its own way. Which that's part of it. That's the reason we don't do more of these is because they're not necessarily fun to do on our side. They're a ton of work, and it's all just work and production, and then it goes up. It's not the like fun, enjoyable side of the things that you normally have to or get to experience while building a truck. So
right, they're entertaining for people to watch, and there's a lot of good ideas that come out of them.
Yeah, and Matt makes videos about it too. But if you need the
Yep. That's fine.
Once you get an option, remove it for the next week to prevent repeat choices.
Negative.
Yeah, I like the.
This is the randomness factor, right? You have to keep it in play in order to make it so people are afraid.
Yeah.
Of what can happen, and it gives us a chance to flex our mental muscles.
Shit.
I'm
screwed. Dang it.
Not good for either of us, really.
I just have the one muscle. So.
And that's sort of out of commission right now until...
So, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to having another week to get ready for it. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess, anything goes, right? I think that's the thing about a budget build is that Josh and I generally come at them from pretty different directions. I've always been a little more on the creative side of things, whereas Josh has been more slap a part on and make a video about it.
Performance.
But
make it better.
Right.
So
I think every week I'm just going to run a half marathon with it.
Yeah. The only thing that we've ever had to do in the past was keep the same body. But now that we didn't do that on the TRX4 or the 24 scale. So never mind.
We have not done that. That was maybe on the Honcho we did that.
We did that on the Honcho. I did that on previous ones just to like keep them looking relatable.
Right.
But yeah.
Maybe we should do like keep the cab or something.
Just is what it is. Let it be what it is. Do it.
Fine.
If you're feeling froggy, jump. As they say.
I can feel it. Is that this challenge name, Froggy?
If you're feeling, my dad used to say that to me a million times when I was young. You feeling froggy? Jump.
Then Josh got hit by a train.
Yeah.
Inspector 86 can't find your Discord server. Post a link to it. I wish I could. I don't know what it is either. I don't think I have Discord on this computer. I do not. So I won't do that. Maybe I'll add it to the description of this video after the fact.
Yeah. Well, that could take away your live chat, FYI.
I shan't do that then.
If you know what? Also, if you're watching this and you just can't figure it out, shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'm usually pretty good at responding to those, and I can shoot you a link if needed. So,
yeah, do that.
So, always an option if that's what you're if you need any help. So, anyway, I've delayed the inevitable, but it's
race week, baby.
It's 10 till and it's race week. So. Before that happens, let's thank some people. Before we talk about race week, thanks to Tom Bay of TRD Adventures, Jeremiah Zalberg, GC Coop 2, David Ferris, Casey Crawler, Perry G, Captain Insano, Shows No Mercy, Francisco Sequencia, and Joker 51074, and Aardvark Spleen, right in the wire. Harley, add a 1-to-1 to the Discord so I can show off my new shitty old jet boat. Show me your boat hole, please. No.
All right.
Thank you, Aardvark. Go for it.
Thank you to Troy Givler, Gunner, My Meat is Really Hotness, and Tom Bajik, who said Trippy. I missed that one, Tom. I apologize. Thank you very much for that. RC Underdog, Sean Damon, Thomas Bialzik, Kids Wrench, Thomas Bialzik, Captain Insano Shows No Mercy, Thomas Bialzik, and Robbie Bobster. Thank you, guys and gals and everybody else watching. Much appreciated.
And now comes the Dutch national anthem portion of the show. It was one of the best races in Formula One for the last 2 years.
100%. That was absolutely entertaining from beginning to end, mostly from the beginning. Because
record number of passing.
Mm-hmm.
It rain and then dry and then rain again and dry. Like, it was so good. Up and down the grid.
Very after, because you know what, I was talking to Rebecca about it. I said I don't really care because Max is just going to win all the races. So for me, it's second and third, all the way to 10th. That's what I care about now. It doesn't. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not like, oh, wow, you won again.
You're witnessing history, man.
Yeah, I also don't care that much about him, though. Like, I just, as a human being, I find him to be quite, like, it's almost like human being is in quotation
best
marks.
There ever is. Like, it's just what happens.
But he's only that good because he's such a horrible person. raised by and surrounded by horrible people.
Checo got screwed on that penalty. He didn't get screwed. It did happen. It was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
Those are
no matter what.
Are slam dunk penalties. You get investigated for speeding in the pit, you got the penalty.
Yep.
It just is what it is. It did suck to see, because on Friday Night Live I had guessed Max, Alonso, Checo. That was my prediction, and that's how they crossed the line. I was so mad that my prediction got ruined by his little pit lane wall tap / slide through the speed trap.
Yeah. Zachary Fries summed up this portion of the show very well. He said, this part of the stream is Skippy.
Where was the race? It was in Zandvoort,
which is in Holland.
Holland, the Dutch Grand Prix. And
right on the ocean there.
Yes,
it's very close to the ocean.
Yeah, and it's basically built on top of the sand dunes, so there isn't a lot of elevation change in total distance, but there's a lot of this. So
a lot of that.
Makes for a super interesting track, and
real shame about Danny Rick busting his wrist.
If you guys have ever seen, if you're not big F1 watchers, when an F1 car hits a wall. That steering, it's like a lot of cars, that steering is directly tied to it, but they hit and that wheel will violently snap. And he was holding on to it and it broke his left hand.
Which most people, and I'm not faulting him because it can't, like Piastri was like, it came way out of nowhere. Like he was not prepared for that at all. But when guys know that they're going to have a shunt or a crash, they usually go like this.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was so fast that he just bam, and just broke his hand.
Yeah.
So unfortunate, and that gave Liam Lawson the go ahead, who did pretty well. Nothing. For
beat Yuki.
a wild race, Yuki got screwed by strategy, but
but a lot of guys did.
Yeah.
Mostly Ferrari, as per usual.
Honestly, Carlos did well with that strategy call. He got fifth.
Yeah,
fifth or sixth.
Despite their best efforts to finish out of the points, he managed to prove them all wrong. But poor Charles Leclerc, god dang, like, how can...
Chucky with the floor damage with Piastri, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, and also going into the pits after, a lap? And then being like, did you want tires on this car?
Let's see if we got something in the back.
I'll be right back. Just let me go look.
Yeah.
Found them.
Yeah. We're out of stock, but I'll go check the back. And here we go. God. That was
so amazing how bad they are.
I was listening to a podcast just recapping the race, and the race had reminded someone of 2020 Germany. I was like, oh. So I went back and watched the 2020 Germany race the other day. And that was another one. Like, if you've got F1 TV, go rewatch that race. Holy crap. I won't ruin anything for you, but man, go watch that race. Yeah, that was Joker 510. Thank you. I'm back. Checo getting undercut by Max was no bueno, but issues post yellow flag showed he wouldn't have helped the lead. Plus, Red Bull wants the perfect season. Sad about record leaving Vettel. I'm not necessarily sad about that. And I think he just tied it, right? He tied Vettel's record of 9.
He's tied it.
Yeah, of
he
9
hasn't
in a row.
beaten him yet.
So at least he's tied it. But undercutting Checo, Max took away a 14-second lead in 3 laps. Like, you know what? Like, yeah, Checo doesn't get the A1.
You don't get a pass. There's no, fine, he's winning. But I mean, partially the reason he was able to make up that time was the tire difference, right?
That was only 1 lap tire difference.
Is that all it was?
1 lap tire difference. He had a 14-second lead, and he cut it down to nothing in 4 laps.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't, as much as I don't care for him as a human, and I have respect for him as a driver. He is an amazing driver.
Yeah.
The car is only a portion of it. It's a big portion of it.
It's a big portion of it, but Checo's got the same car. And Checo's a talented driver,
but not on the same level by any means as Max. He is just in an entirely different league. He's in a different sport.
Max's face annoys me. It's one of
He's not wrong. If you want a great laugh, go watch the rocket-powered Mohawk episode from this week.
It was good. But will the Monaco curse occur? The Monza curse, not Monaco.
Monza curse.
Yeah, where the winner from the previous year wrecks out her DNFs the following. Who knows? I
hope so.
So
for the sake of Formula One, and for the sake of people watching, they need somebody else to win.
As long as Checo wins still, so Red Bull can continue to dominate the entire season, that would be fine with me.
I'd like to see like completely flipped on its head, and someone like Bottas pulls out a victory somehow.
Oh God, yeah. You know who I want to see win is Yuki. I just want to see what Yuki would do if he won.
His reaction would be insane. I mean, look at Gasly in third.
Yes.
His radio, he was like losing his shit.
He absolutely was.
Yeah, whereas both Max and Alonso were like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Alonso was like, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's not the one I wanted.
Yeah, like, he still did pretty good. Checo was managing tires, if you listen to the radio. It was 1 lap tire difference. There was no management that was causing him to lose 4 seconds a lap. That is not management.
No. Although I would love to see, just like I'd love to see the AWS version of if he had gotten called in before Max, what would have happened? Like how many laps would it have taken?
Oh, on the undercut.
Right? Because that's what he was pissed about.
Yeah, he's like,
Was
Max
that
undercut us?
I'm leading the race and he gets to come in before me?
Right.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Because it would have just been another 2 laps. And so, yeah, that's how good would have Ayrton Senna have been in a newer F1 cars, and who do you think he'd drive for in position? Who do you think he'd drive for? Question for Matt. You know what? I think that while he was very good, and for the time, I think that those cars were so unhinged at the time. He just had the bravery to just send it. Now
that's the thing, is that in this era, the cars are so closely matched, for the most part anyway, in the top 10, let's say. The problem is that a lot of the moves he was making back then, he was making against people who I don't think had nearly the same kind of bravery.
Yeah, that's exact. Yeah. And
right,
and so back then cars were.
Now you've got guys that aren't going to give you that edge.
Right.
They're not going to give you that inch to steal a place from them. It would be so interesting to see. Like I love things like that. Like we're watching Winning Time on HBO right now. Have you seen that series? No. It's all about the '80s Lakers.
Oh. It's
really, really good.
Interesting.
It's like a drama, and John C. Reilly is in it, and a bunch of other good actors. But Rebecca and I were like, it would be so amazing to see like the 1980s Lakers play against like a modern team, and just how like easily destroyed they would be.
Just get smoked. Like yeah, I mean, it really it's, and I think that would be exactly how it would be in the, like he would just blend in. He would probably be a top driver, but in comparison with the cars now, the delta between P1 and P20 is nothing like back then.
No.
So, yeah, those cars were just absolutely unreal.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. They were mega fragile, too. I mean, they're still pretty fragile today, but some of the hits they're taking...
They're reliable versus fragile.
They're reliable.
Yeah, they're very reliable now in comparison. They were not reliable then, but...
New.
Yeah, that's...
No. All right. That completes our annoying 15-minute talk about F1.
Thank you for a good
Thanks for indulging us.
Humoring us.
Thanks for 1/3 of us being into this. Well, half.
Yeah, we're right. We're close.
Maybe they're hoping well say something about RC or release a product or something.
So was that here? No. Have a good night.
All right,
everybody.
that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you next week. And I'll see you Friday and all the other times.
I have a live What's on the Bench tomorrow, so watch for that.
Looking forward to that. Come join the Discord.
Right.
Discord links in the description.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that done, too.
There you go.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.